Today I will talk you through a list of what I consider to be the 43 greatest Italian artists. Of course, art is subjective, so I'll give you my reasons why. Furthermore, you might be surprised in some of my choices. I'll be interested to know your thoughts in the comments. Domenico Fontana, Renaissance architect from Lake Lugano, Ticino, who designed the obelisk at the St. Peter's Basilica and also Palazzo Reale in Naples. Piero Ligorio, architect, painter, antiquarian and garden designer, known for his work on the gardens in Villa d'Este at Tivoli. Cosimo Fanzago, Baroque architect and sculptor in Naples, who designed San Maria Egiziaca. Rosario Gagliardi, a leading Sicilian Baroque architect who worked in Modica, Ragusa and Noto in Sicily. To learn more about La Bella Italia, consider subscribing. Baldassare Longhena, architect who designed the Church of Santa Maria della Salute on the Grand Canal in Venice. Carlo Maderno, architect, and from 1603 he directed the construction of St. Peter's Basilica. Vincenzo Sinatra, architect. Following the 1693 earthquake in Sicily, Sinatra was responsible for many of the new buildings we enjoy today in Noto. Nicola Salvi, architect whose late Roman Baroque masterpiece is the Trevi Fountain in Rome. Giovanni Battista Vaccarini, architect who worked in the Sicilian Baroque style. For example, Catania Duomo, Palazzo San Giuliano. Luigi Vanvitelli, architect. His masterpiece was the Palace of Caserta. Giuseppe Venanzio Malvuglia, architect. His extraordinary building is La Favorita, also known as Casina Cinese. Ernesto Basile, architect and designer, an exponent of modernism and art nouveau. For example, Teatro Massimo in Palermo and Montecitorio, home of Parliament, in Rome. Renzo Piano, architect known for his design with Richard Rogers for the Centre Georges Pompidou in Paris, as well as the Shard in London. Nicola Amati, master luthier, that's violin-styled instruments, who is known for the Gran Amati style. Matteo Goffrilla, master luthier, particularly noted for cellos, and who founded the Venetian School of Luthiers. Antonio Stradivari, master luthier and craftsman of string instruments. Battista Farina, car designer and founder of Carrozzeria Pininfarina, coach building company, a name associated with many well-known post-war cars. Massimo Tamburini, motorcycle designer for Cagiva, Ducati and MV Agusta. Duccio, famous painter, founder of the Sienese School of Art. His most celebrated work is a large altar called the Maesta in Siena Cathedral. Giotto di Bondone, painter, the first of the great Italian masters. His work includes cycles of frescoes in Assisi, the Arena Chapel in Padua, and the Church of Santa Croce. Guido of Siena, painter, one of the innovators in Italian art, coming out of the period of the Byzantine style. Sandro Botticelli, painter of the Florentine school, known for Primavera and the Birth of Venus. Leonardo da Vinci, world famous for pretty much everything he ever did. His supreme example of Renaissance art genius includes the Mona Lisa. Michelangelo, sculptor, painter who exerted an unparalleled influence on the development of Western art. He's famous for his work on the Sistine Chapel, the creation of Adam and the Pietà. Pietro Perugino, painter. One of his most famous masterpieces is the delivery of the keys in the Sistine Chapel. Raphael, painter, famous in the period of the High Renaissance and known for his Madonnas. Titian, painter of the Venetian school, noted for his religious and mythological works such as Bacchus and Ariadne. Caravaggio, painter of the Baroque period, whose influential works include The Entombment of Christ. But my personal opinion is, as well as being a fantastic artist, I think his wild lifestyle is at least as entertaining as his art. Gabriele Giolito de Ferrari, bookseller, printer and editor in Venice. He was one of the first major publishers of literature of what would become the Italian language, and I ask you to consider, bearing in mind in this period there wasn't a common language in what we call Italy today, where would Italian literature be without Gabriele? Giovanni Antonio Amadeo, sculptor, architect and engineer. He took part in sculpting the great dome of Milan Cathedral. Nicola Pisano. Let's keep this one simple. He's often considered to be the founder of modern sculpture. Giorgio Armani, fashion designer, socialite and businessman. Luciano Benetton, businessman, co-founder of Benetton Group. Pierre Cardin, fashion designer. He's known for what was his avant-garde style. Domenico Dolce, fashion designer and entrepreneur, and co-founder of the Dolce & Gabbana luxury fashion house. Stefano Gabbana, fashion designer. Edoardo Fendi, fashion designer, co-founder of the leather Fendi shop in Rome. Salvatore Ferragamo, shoe designer and founder of the luxury goods retailer Guccio Gucci, businessman, fashion designer, and best known for founding the fashion house of Gucci. Valentino, fashion designer and founder of the Valentino brand. Giovanni Versace, fashion designer, socialite and businessman. Ermenegildo Zegna, entrepreneur and CEO of the luxury fashion house